Hey guys, welcome to Horse Lovers. So this is a joint account between me and my best friend Emily. Emily rides Midnight and Bailey, and I have Foggy and Chester, and I'm called Sophie. Some of you may recognise me. I'm from Zebby Zoo, link will be in the description, or with me. Go check it out. So yeah, today I'm going to be filming before you go horse riding. Let's go. So the first thing you need to know before you go horse riding is it is very dangerous. It is, people say it's not a sport, it is. We don't have any breaks, we don't have timeouts, we get on when we fall, we don't have any penalties, we have lots of competitions. It's a very, very, very dangerous sport. It is actually classed in the top 10 dangerous sports in the world. There's more accidents of people being killed on a horse than there is in car accidents. So if you go horse riding, your life is depending on you and your horse. Yeah, you are at risk actually. If you fall off your horse and you get trod on, yeah, it's not gonna be good. Or if your horse collapses, yeah. I don't actually know why I'm filming this before I go horse riding. This is gonna freak me out. Yeah, it is very dangerous. So I'm just gonna link some things that are I'm just gonna say some things that can be dangerous. Let's go. Okay, so fun fact about horses is that horses have 4 gaits. So walk, trot, canter and gallop. So walking is 1, 1, 1. Trot is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Cantering is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And gallop is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah. How dangerous is horse riding? Now I've kind of already answered this, but I'm just going to put some more information in there. Number 3 out of all the sports, of the dangerous ones. So out of all the sports, it is number 3 the dangerous. Think about that. Okay, so it's just ahead of bull riding, which is basically when men get on bulls and the bull's like bucking and everything they're trying to stay on. And yeah, and cheerleading, because cheerleading gets thrown in the air and everything like that. So yeah. Now, how often do horse-related injuries occur? So in 1 year, 6% of all horseback riders will be hospitalised for an injury. Of this 6%, 27 will have already been injured in a riding-related accident sometime within the last 2 years. This same New Zealand-based study found that a riding accident occurs approximately once every 2,000 hours of horseback riding. Considering the average rider spends around 1 hour a day in the saddle, that's 1 major fall or injury every 4 or 5 years. So these injuries don't have to be anything serious. Maybe a bruised tailbone or a deep scratch that requires a few stitches. And as far as acquiring deaths are concerned, 128 out of every 100,000 riders will have their lives claimed by each year in a horse-related accident. So 128 sounds like a big number, but it shouldn't frighten anyone too terribly because, yeah, the types of equine activities which they partake into, which doesn't go to plan, is dismissing properly and proper safety gear. So out of 100,000, only 128 died, and I'm sorry that they died, but like, that's good. Better if it was 0, but you know. So the leading causes of equine related injuries. Sorry, I've got them on my notes, I've just written them down on my notes. Just down here, so I'll be looking down there. So when discussing dangerous equine sports, cross-country jumping instantly comes to mind. Horse rider out in the wilderness jumping solid fences over uneven terrain under highly unpredictable conditions. It's a great recipe for getting hurt. When a stumble occurs in the arena, a horse is better able to regain his footing, plus there isn't much to trip the horse in the first place. On the contrary, out in an open field galloping over hefty tree trunks and jagged rocks, there's plenty to trip a horse up and potentially knock them off balance altogether. So when a horse falls, he or she will often land on their rider, a cause of injury associated with the worst equine injuries seen amongst ER doctors. For those who can't escape the thrill of a difficult cross-country course, look into safety vests, a grade A helmet, and a trainer with the knowledge to set you up for success out there. As these days, the sport is only getting more dangerous, with course creators admittedly upping the antics in order to compensate for the handful of professionals demanding more challenges. So it's not just out on the big courses when horse riders get injured. Isolated and random events may make the vast majority of injuries around horses, and isn't that how it always goes with horses? You were checking your cell phone or scanning the clouds when, boom, suddenly your horse decides to bark, buck, or act completely out of character. And so then I have got like a little quote that I wrote down, like, well, quotes, like just, you know. So Liza Zen, I don't know how to say her name. It's like I wrote it down, but I didn't know how to say her name. It's Liza Zepenego, an acupuncturist from California, found herself with compression fractures of her L1 and L2 lumbar vertebrae, sacrum, and the bone at the base of her spine. After all, a mundane trail ride turned sour. Lisa and her friends were thrown from their spooked horse after two young bike riding boys illegally cut across a trail marked for horses only. Not good. The woman cries for help when ignored as the boys were sold in apparent hurry. Thankfully, no one was hurt beyond repair, but it was just time to go show that anything like happens, and it can be anywhere. Riding arena, anywhere, in the barn, in the stalls, anywhere. YouTubers that have horses. Sorry, I've just been to an King's trampoline park, so I'll have like that there. Just stop. Yeah. So, is horseback riding horse riding dangerous for kids? So, while researching the safety of horseback riding, parents might find comparisons to how it is more dangerous than riding a motorcycle. Not something you want to hear if you're about to enroll your 12-year-old in a local riding school. But how dangerous are actually horses, really? Well, we're about to find out. So in 1993, a study, children were found to have less serious injuries than expected when being treated for horse-related traumas. Being careful with kids and teaching them the important safety rules and regulations before they start to ride or handle horses independently is key to keeping everyone safe. Enrolling children for lessons on a pony instead of a horse is also known to reduce the chance of a serious injury, as a pony is much smaller than a horse and therefore can't do as much damage. Around 35% of all horse-related accidents are preventable, and while there's nothing Liza Zepenego could have done to stop those bikers from scaring her horse off, at least she had a cell phone on her and was able to call for help. While some accidents are preventable, the unpreventable can be made less serious if the proper precautions are in place. We never think today is the day I'm going to fall off. Now, that's a good thing, like, it's also a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Because if you think, oh, today's the day I'm going to fall off, oh, I'm going to come prepared, but then you just can scare yourself. Yeah. So that is why it's so easy to leave the bulky safety vest in the tack room, but the truth is that you never know when something will happen, and you always need to be prepared for the worst case scenario that can happen in your life. So a study undergone at Royal Colorado Hospital found that 55% of injured riders were inexperienced, 10% were intermediate, and 35% were experienced. proving that the more education and experience one has around horses, the less likely they are going to be injured. That is, unless they know too much. The fact that more advanced riders were injured than intermediate riders is curious, but isn't without explanation. Advanced riders tend to spend more time at the stable taking on more difficult and risky tasks while having more relaxed and ultimately vulnerable stance around horses. Okay, so you need to be aware and be alert and aware. Leave the cell phone and any other electronic distractions on your silent pocket. Carry the proper protection for yourself and always be aware of the horse, what he's looking at, thinking, and positions to do next. Okay, and then I'm going to say this bit. You always need to wear a helmet. No matter if you're just riding for like 2 minutes or you just need to get on your horse, just to quick say, wear a helmet. I'm just going to show you this video that I'm appalled at. Okay, where is it? I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to show you this video.
I'm going to show you what you shouldn't do. This is what you should not do.
Okay, so I'm going to say to you, go watch this video for the full video that I'm just showing you now. It is Anna and Cessna, 3-year-old girl riding 16.3 hand horse. What's wrong with that? 3-year-old girl riding a 16.3 horse. Okay, and then look at this video. So think how tall that horse can be and think how small that kid's going to be. Look at this video. She's not wearing a helmet. So look at the size difference. Okay, so can I tell you something else? Look at this.
Okay.
She's on the horse.
Walk around the outside. Okay, for a minute.
No helmet.
There you go.
What do you think's wrong with this? No helmet, 16.3 horse hands.
Thank you, Marley.
And she just got kicked.
Okay, can you trot?
Asking for a trot with no helmet. Yeah, she's good, but she's got no helmet. She's 3 years old.
Okay, can you lope?
And she's flipping cantering. No helmet.
And can you stop? And can you back? Okay, can you go the other
I
way?
mean, good that she knows how to do that. Good that like she's doing it really well. But put a helmet on. If you look in the description. Short video of my... To like, comment and subscribe. And also subscribe to Sebby Zoo.